Hi, my name is Chris Syro. In this REST API feature video, I'm going to show you how to search for entries. In this example, I'm going to show you how to search for entries as well as use some advanced features for getting entries in the REST API. For this, I'm going to use the same purchase order and line items, but really focusing on the line items. Just a quick review: what the line item form has, a short description, purchase order ID, line number, quantity, unit price, total price, and its own GUID. Here we are back in Postman. Again, I've already logged in and saved the token to the environment variable, so I'm not going to show you that. First thing I'm going to do is search for line items. Now, to start off, I'm just going to show you getting all line items. And we're going to do that with a get on the line item form directly. Again, a get. I do need to add the authorization header since it's the first time here. And this will get me everything. See, I've got the entries array. There's the first line item, the second, and so on, all the way down to the very bottom. Now that I have all line items, the next thing I want to do is actually add a qualification to only look for line items associated with that purchase entry we already created. The first thing that I need to do is URL encode that qualification. I'm going to use this web page that runs some JavaScript in order to URL encode something. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in. Now this is a qualification like you would use in the advanced search bar on the mid-tier. So single quote, field name, purchase order ID equals that purchase order. Hit URL encode, and then I'm going to copy this so that I can paste it back into Postman. Now back in Postman, I'm going to add that qualification to my previous search. I'm going to add it as a URL parameter, Q, and then I'm going to paste the qualification. And you'll see when I click over here, it gets added to that URL. Click send, and now I only have entries related to the purchase order that I just created. You'll notice the purchase order ID is always the same and shows a few less records than it did before. Now that I've limited the line items to just those from that purchase order, that's great, but I don't want to see all the field values. I don't really care for status history or assigned to or the submitter. I only want the ones that are really truly relevant to a line item. In this case, I'm going to give a shortened version of it, but I can do that with the fields query parameter. I'm going to tell it I only want certain fields, so I'm going to want short description, the line number, and total price. And then when I hit send, I get the same entries as before, but only those three values. Next, I want to sort the results. I have the laptop at line number 20, docking station line number 30, but now I have the monitor at line number 10. I want to actually sort this by line number, and I can do that with the sort parameter. I just type the field name, line number, a dot, and now ASC, short for ascending. And now I've got that monitor first, laptop second, and docking station third. Now this search of line items doesn't return very many entries, but let's say you were doing a search that returned thousands of entries and you only wanted to get a few at a time or 100 at a time. You could do that with the traditional API. You can do it here with the REST API as well. Do it a little bit contrived, only 5 entries, but I can use the parameter limit and only ask for 5 entries. Now, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom to show you this link section. It tells me that this is the link to itself, the original search with the limit of 5. But it also has this other link named next, which actually shows me the next chunk of entries. So here I'm down to line number 60. If I follow this link, I now get 70 and 80. Now there's no more entries in this case, so I don't have a next link, but I do have a previous link. So if I want to go back to the original set, I can.